you know, I may do both, but for sure I'll do one. Start with this one. If I get to that one, great. If not, I'll save it for next year. And I was thinking I would do just one and maybe get to the other. But Charlie Mack in the comments is like, oh, a twofer. So I'm setting aside one of Charlie Mack's group builds to do another. You know, he's the slave driver. So yeah, I'm going to dig into both of these. And it's not like I haven't built two models at once before. I have a feeling it's going to be two identical builds with just a difference in colors and decals. It's pretty much the same thing twice, so okay, I've got all these together in the sub-assemblies that I want them in for painting. Filled in the gaps on these pilots with super glue. Primers, did the black primer and then the gray primer, and then actually came back with the yellow. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. All right, so as I'm working through getting some of this stuff painted and doing the exhausts, I started thinking about how I want to display these and whether or not I want to do the landing gear. Given that, you know, my Blue Angels and Thunderbirds displays are up on display stands, I thought about doing these on acrylic rod as well. This, I don't even know what it is anymore. It's some sort of disc, and I thought it was cool at the time, and I stuck it in the spares box, and now I'm glad I did. I think I'll use that as a base, and I'll put some weight underneath it to hold it. And then I've got these acrylic rods, so, you know, I'll have one out of each side. To the old, all my old spares from my Blue Angels and Thunderbirds. Get that. So, you know, something like that when I'm done. All right, cut those landing gear off and then plug those holes. And then I'll fill that with super glue. Nuts in there. So, yeah, it's pretty heavy. On this one, I left the missiles off. This one, they came molded on. I'm actually going to cut them off because really they're not supposed to be there. You can see it doesn't have them on the Falcon, and the F-18 didn't have them either. Just the rails are there. All right, just took those missiles off with the razor saw. Cleaned up the bottoms, the landing gear doors, so to speak. So that's all smooth down there. Next round of paint on the figures, get them inside. So I just drilled out those exhausts on the drill press. So there's the one for the F-16, and then I'll do the closest one on the F-18. I just painted both of them, and then they each get a decal on the back. All right, I've got those canopies masked and attached. Just did the blue on the plane and on that half of the base. Got the white on there on both the base and the plane. Primed the wings tips. I'm just gonna paint them yellow. I think it's easier than the decals. And the yellow. And these are enamels, so I'm gonna give them 24 hours to dry. Okay, got to use the heat gun. And kind of twisted these. I think that's gonna work. Okay, there they are on the shelf with their brethren eggplanes from prior years. So I want to thank Charlie and Daniel for hosting the 2024 Eggplane Group Build. And, you know, once again, really enjoyed it. These are so much fun and just something different and cool, and, you know, an opportunity to try some new things. So, thanks, Charlie and Daniel. And now I'll get back to Charlie's other group build. And here's a tease. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. And as always, thanks for watching and happy modeling.